Hi, my name is Gerhard Schwartner. Welcome to Selling Power TV. Today, it is my privilege to introduce you to Mark Hunter, the sales hunter, and the author of the book, A Mind for Sales. Welcome, Mark.
Hey, thank you for having me on. Great conversing with you. It's always a good time.
So drop some wisdom.
What's very interesting is in the book, A Mind for Sales, I talk about, no, not about the customer's mind. It's their own mind.
Right.
Yeah.
We all talk a lot about the mindset, but there's one thing that we discussed earlier that the audience couldn't hear yet, but now they hear it again, which is the need to be kind to people.
It just changes everything. And I was sharing with you the story of a CEO. I won't repeat the person's name here because I haven't talked to him about it, but he made the comment that he likes to be nice to people because when he's nice to people, he makes better decisions. Think about that for a moment. I'm nice to other people, regardless of the barista, the valet guy, whoever it is, because I make better decisions. Wow. Drop the mic on that one.
It's really interesting when you interact with people and pay attention to who they really are and acknowledge them and have a conversation that's on a one-on-one level where you don't talk down or you cow up or something. You have a much better and more productive conversation.
If you treat that other person as somebody who can be value added, is going to help you become a better individual and you can help them. And it really comes back to kind of my definition of sales. Well, why am I in sales? Because I want to influence and impact people. Now, how do I influence and impact people? Well, they've got to understand, they've got to hear me, they got to listen to me. That means I've got to care for what it is that they have to say. And when I do that, then I'm able to fulfill kind of the objective of sales. And if you think about a great salesperson, great leader, same definition, same outcome they're looking for. It's to help others see and achieve what they did not think was possible.
It makes a lot of sense, but also it applies to sales leadership. If you want to get the best out of people, you really have to put the best into people first.
It's so true on that. And yet, how many sales leaders think that if they just beat or if they just do it themselves? And here's the whole thing. You know, there's that old African expression. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go with others. And that is so true in sales. And this is the same thing. And even the salesperson has to view with the customer, because you know what's interesting? The only good sale is the one that leads to the next sale. What I want to do is I want to be able to create a relationship with you that I can immediately after getting the first sale, I can begin to create next sale.
So when you wrote the book, A Mind for Sales, what did you believe was wrong that the book is going to fix?
I had written the book, High Profit Selling. That was my first book, which was about how to maximize price. People read that book and they go, hey, great book, but I can't find the right prospects. So then I wrote High Profit Prospecting. And I said, okay, that's it, done. I have now shown everybody. And they go, I just can't do it. And what I realized was it was their mindset. So that's what led me to write A Mind for Sales. So really what I did was I just did kind of the Star Wars thing, and I'm just doing prequels. So, you know, that's all. They should really write A Mind for Sales first and work their way through. But I don't really care.
Let's talk about one more topic to wrap it up, which is mindfulness. What do you recommend to salespeople? How can they shift their mindset so they have more mindful conversation with customers?
It's not what we say is value. It's what the customer believes is value. And that means I have to understand them on their terms. I want to put all of my, you know, what's kind of funny is I tell salespeople, don't go into a conversation, don't go into a sales pitch with a presentation, because the best presentation ever made is the presentation never given, because it's just a conversation. And when I do that, I'm a little more freer to allow the conversation to go wherever it goes. And people say, oh, that's dangerous. Oh, that's risky. No, it's not. Because ultimately, I can't sell you what you don't want. So you know what? And oh, by the way, I'm not playing for this sale. I'm playing for the next sale. See, every customer has lifetime value. The only good sale is the one that leads to the next one. And oh, by the way, if I'm not getting a sale out of you, either more business directly from you or a referral, something's wrong with my sales process. I've got to correct that. So the mindfulness, the mindset is really about letting them drive. And how do I get to that? One very simple thing. And you talk about it. I want to start off each day with this very simple piece. My goal today is to find opportunities where nobody else saw them.
And that's why it's important to approach every new call with a blank slate. And you ask yourself the question, is your mind full or are you mindful?
This is what sales is all about. And think about this from an audience perspective. We didn't go into this with any script. We didn't go into this with any ideas. We just said, let's hit record.
Right.
And when you allow the conversation to connect with the other person, it's amazing what comes out of it. And that's what sales is all about. It's about letting them share with you where they want to go, and you can help guide them there.
We need to close this up by maybe you sharing the story about your own self-limiting beliefs and how you let go of them, because you had a challenge with speaking.
If you read the book of Mind for Sale, I won't go through the whole story, but I did not want to go into sales. I only got into sales because I had to. And one of my self-limiting beliefs was I had a speech impediment as a kid. I stuttered. And that's not exactly a great way to go through life. In fact, it's funny. It's the reason I became a disc jockey was because I could sit behind a microphone and it was part of my therapy. But that was my self-limiting belief that I couldn't go into anything from a sales standpoint, and let alone today, what I do from a speaking standpoint, stand up in front of thousands of people. And I think if people knew me from grade school or junior high, they'd go, you got to be kidding me. That's the same Mark Hunter. Yeah, it's the same Mark Hunter. Because what I had to do is I had to overcome that self-limiting belief to realize that I can make a difference in people. It starts by making a difference in myself.
Well, thank you for sharing your wisdom and your insight and your great experience. And I recommend that everybody who's listening to this, go to Amazon.com and get a Mind for Sales by Mark Hunter, the sales hunter, the sales trapper, and the sales farmer.
You're too kind, Gerhard. Thank you so much.